Welcome to Absolute Comics. Wait, hold on. It's not. What is that? Wait. It's not the weekly poll. It's Absolute Comics with Benny and Sal. And sometimes Dan. He's in the background. Like, if you watch classic 69 Batman, Dan just drove by as Batgirl on the bike.
Oh, nice. That's how you know it's going to be an epic episode.
Yeah, because Dan's here, right?
Yeah. Ooh!
Hey, this is the show where I, the owner of Comic Storian, and Sal, the owner of Comic Pop, sit down on a weekly basis right here at the Comic Storian Podcast Network, twitch.tv/comicstorian, and discuss the latest comic book-related news. And we discuss what we've been reading normally, but I haven't read shit in 2 weeks because I've been on vacation, so...
Well, let me tell you something you got to read if you haven't already started.
Okay.
It just finished Daniel Warren Johnson's Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, I was been debating that since issue 1.
You got it.
I'm hearing amazing things, and every time I download it, I'm like, it's Beta Ray Bill. Like,
it is Beta Ray Bill.
Am I a part of some giant prank?
Right? No, it's just that he's dope looking, and D-Dubs makes it look even more dope looking. Trust me, by issue 3, you're gonna be like, what? Oh, Bill! I hope you get laid.
Okay, all right. If you're telling me I'm gonna be cheering for Bill to get laid, you'll be
like, yeah. You and Scourge are gonna be bumping elbows.
Okay,
you're gonna love Scourge.
I haven't read anything else outside of Immortal Hulk. I caught up on Immortal Hulk for the channel. That's all I did read. But like, that's so old at this point. I guess all I can say is like, what is even happening, man? I'm on issue 48 now, and
I don't know.
I love what he's doing. The body horror, the goopiness, the souls coming back. Because I'm a horror fan. But on the other side, I'm like, I feel like we're just looping the story at this point. Because I remember 1 through 13 was the Hulk goes to hell, defeats the bad guy, comes back. And then since then, it's been Hulk got political, defeated the political enemy. Oh no, the hell guy is still around. Now it's the leader. Now it's just go to hell again.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a book that did that. It was Shadow Man. That's so funny. I was just thinking about this, where it's like, the Valiant book Shadow Man is like every issue was a new like demon of the week.
Yeah.
And then issue 4 was the big bad guy going, we can't keep doing this. Like, how many issues are you going to get out of this? And I was like, that's genius.
Yeah.
So, but Al Ewing's like, about 50.
Yeah. Well, I hope he concludes it well. I mean,
I'm sure he will.
It's funny. It's like even our chat's like, keep reading. I've read. I'm up to 48. There's no more issues right now.
Right. Yeah, he's as far as you are.
I'm all the way caught up, and I'm loving it. I am.
Right.
But other than the weird political moment in the middle where Al Ewing had like Hulk be like, we're going to win by social media and tank their stocks, I was like, what are we doing? What is this?
Right. Oh, okay. Well,
of all the heroes to do this with, you chose Hulk?
It's like, that's what I'm writing now.
I remember when he did that with Against the Roxxon, and it was like, this isn't a terrible idea. I like the idea that you're going to beat Roxxon by tanking their stock, because that's how you beat Roxxon. You can't beat them normally.
Right.
But every time I was reading it, I'm like, but it's the Hulk.
Right. Well, with the Hulk, you can literally do anything.
Flash Bill's saying it in their chat. Hulk smash Wall Street.
Nice.
But yeah, that's all I've been reading is just catching up on it. I'm still digging it. The Red Hulk.
So much.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but Red Hulk is back.
Oh, really? Like at Ross?
No, it's the new Joe Fixit form.
Okay.
Ross is dead. Ross is dead.
Yeah, but everyone's dead. Who cares?
That's true. We're literally in a story where they go to hell and come back.
Yeah. Can't Hulks go to hell and come back? Like, isn't that a thing?
Why hasn't Ross come back now that I think about it?
It's like they're doing it on purpose now.
Well, like even She-Hulk's like, yeah, I've come back to life. She's with them now. Finally. I know like she's like, I'm going with them. Bye, Avengers. And he's just kind of like, where's Ross?
Yeah.
I don't even think I'm going to tweet that. Where's Ross? Did I
Where's
miss
Ross?
something?
They're going to be like, he's
Chad
dead.
is telling me
it's
that
like,
he's dead.
I know.
No, I know Betty's not dead. Betty's Harpy right now.
No, we're not. We're talking about General Thunderbolt Ross.
Yes.
We know who we're talking about. He's dead. Who cares? Like, for real?
They had his funeral in the comic.
Yeah.
He's the only one that hasn't come back yet. We're not talking Betty. We're not talking Betty Ross. We're talking Thunderbolt Ross. The Red
Let's
Hulk.
move on. We can't talk about Hulks anymore. See, this is the problem with Hulk. Hulk derails. Hulk doesn't smash just everything. He smashes conversations and topics and momentum.
Okay. All right, move on from that one. All right, let's go to the rest of our topics then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He came back in Captain America, apparently. So he is back.
There you have it. Okay.
But they're just not going to reference that he used the green door, I guess.
Who cares?
I do, because I'm reading Immortal Hulk. The Green Door is like the whole thing.
That's actually weird that he well, whatever. Moving on. Matt Damon.
That's a... Matt Damon. All right, so Sunday Times published an interview with Matt Damon in which the subject of lead men are over and the character is more important than the actor, using Iron Man as an example, stating that Iron Man can be played by almost anyone with wit. The character is more important to the audiences than the actor. This caused a lot of Iron Man fan base to be in an uproar, stating that Robert Downey Jr. is what made the character so great in the big screen, and it's not just anybody could have played the role to make it work. I'm on both sides of the fence with this argument.
I think that it's ironic that Matt Damon would say that.
Do you?
Because Jason Bourne is not iconic in any way, and he's never played any character like that.
Well, yeah, but he's been replaced already.
Right.
But so here's my stance on this. I think they're right. I don't think anybody could have been Iron Man, but I do think almost anybody could have been half of the MCU roster. And the reason is, I feel like we are at a point where it is characters. They're wearing suits, they're wearing masks, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But certain actors can surpass that to where you identify them, not the character. But I do think it takes an extra amount of ability to act. I'd say like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, he has surpassed being Iron Man.
Yeah.
I'd say Chris Evans has surpassed Captain America. You're not going to see anyone else in that role.
Well, I think that's the thing, is that like you could not recast Steve Rogers.
You couldn't. But you can recast Batman every 2 or 3 movies.
Yeah, Batman is a very different animal than leading men in movies. I think that Batman is one of those things where actually Batman embodies the leading man persona. Like, actually, he is the antithesis to Matt Damon's argument because, like, it doesn't matter who plays Batman, but not everyone will go see a Batman movie. Like, I don't know. I think that by and large, Christian Bale not included, leading men play Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, like, listen, Christian Bale's a leading man and he's a good actor, but like, he's not George Clooney leading man.
No,
he's not old Hollywood.
And that's what I'm
man.
saying. Certain actors can surpass and become their role.
Yeah.
And the MCU is doing a great job with certain ones who show up in every movie.
I mean, Star-Lord, I think that was like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange is one of those kind of like stunt castings.
I feel like a lot of people could have been Doctor Strange and it would have been fine.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that honestly, maybe Doctor Strange might have been benefited from having a nobody play Doctor Strange.
Maybe.
But I like I like Cumby's version of Doctor Strange. I think he's doing a great job. But Peter Quill, Star-Lord, like, it needs to be Chris Pratt. Otherwise, you only have the character on the page who is engaging, and I love him, but he'd be played totally differently by anybody else.
What I love about this argument, though, is it's also personal preference.
Yeah.
Because, like, a great example of that is Spider-Man. He has been swapped out 3 significant times.
Yep.
But a lot of people go, no, Andrew Garfield is my Spider-Man.
Right.
So,
right.
And like, in my opinion, I feel like almost anybody could be Spider-Man, and it's been proven by Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. If you just have the right personality, you could be Spider-Man. But I think that adds to the character. The character's supposed to be an everyman.
Yes, exactly. Spider-Man's another one of those things.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that certain people won't go, no, it's Tom Holland or nobody.
Right.
Or Tobey Maguire or nobody.
It's most people would say it's Tobey or nobody because
I named them all on purpose, Sal.
Right, exactly. But yeah, no, I feel like Matt Damon is not the person to make that stance, but also I feel like the leading man, there will always be a leading man. Yeah. There will always be an actor or actors who are the it actor that Hollywood points at and says, you are the big deal. Like, there is a reason why they picked Scarlett Johansson to be Black Widow, and it's because she was the #1 highest grossing female actor in Hollywood. Like,
we'll talk more about her in a minute because
but right. I mean, like, and before that, I know that Emily Blunt was cast and stuff like that, but like, she was another like big actor that they picked. Like it's one of those things where like Rachel McAdams played the girlfriend they wrote out of Doctor Strange. It couldn't just be anybody; it had to be the actor. Like, it had to be the big deal. It's it's not enough that we get some really cool old Shakespearean actor. We got to get Anthony Hopkins to play Odin. The actors.
A great example?
Yeah,
of that is Superman.
Yeah.
Sure, it's Henry Cavill right now.
Anybody can be Superman.
But anybody could be Superman if you're just built right and you have the right
Yeah.
attitude and confidence about yourself. And we've
Yes.
seen that with Christopher Reeves. We've seen that with Brandon Roth. We've seen that with Henry Cavill. And I can't pronounce his name, but Tyler, and I can't pronounce that last name.
Oh,
The guy that-
Hochen? Yeah, I don't.
He makes an amazing Superman.
Yeah.
Like, for a character whose face is openly visible at all
Yeah.
times, he's probably one of the most interchangeable characters I've ever seen.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for my Superman. I really liked Ralph. I like Cavill, but I haven't seen him do anything Superman-y. But like, I'm still like waiting because I like Tyler.
You don't think leaving his dad to die in a tornado was Superman-y?
No. I don't, well, let's not start. But I like Tyler Hochten, whatever the hell his name is. I like
He
Tyler.
does an amazing. I really think you should watch.
He's
that show.
great, but for me, his face doesn't look like Superman.
I'll give you that. It does look a little off, but everything
it's
about
not
him,
Superman.
other than
Yeah.
either way. All right.
Yeah.
So
But
anyway,
I feel like I think that the leading men generation is not over. I think that it's a gross simplification. It's like when, people think that like Marvel movies kill cinema. It's like, no, it's just one movie,
oh yeah, Marvel movies kill cinema. They changed the franchise. No, the people chasing money are following that trend now, and they will follow whatever the trend is.
Exactly. There were 2 volcano movies in the same summer.
That's what I mean. There's always the trend setting makes a bank amount of money, but there's still always going to be indie movies and the like. I watched a great movie yesterday, Kill Me 3 times, I want to say.
Oh yeah, I know that movie. I know what
That
you're
was
talking
great.
about.
It was like 3 years old, and I'm like, why didn't I ever hear about this? This movie was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true. But yeah, I think Matt's off on this one. Sorry, Matty.
All right, next up on our topic here, Scott Snyder has finished his time at DC, or his main time, and is off making his own indie comic under Best Jacket Press.
Yes.
We have the Demons, Barnstormers, Dudley Dotson, and the Forever Machine Canary, Duck and Cover, Clear, Night of the Ghoul, and Book of Evil. All these books will be available to anyone with a Comixology Unlimited membership and can also be bought individually.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of Scott Snyder's writing.
Yes.
And we know him personally, and not to humble, but he's called us friends.
We have his cell phone numbers in our phones.
But I will say, doing my job appropriately,
Yeah.
this is a ballsy move.
I think so too. Yeah.
He launched 8 books under. He must have secured one hell of a deal with Comixology to go in with this. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to read probably 5
all of
these.
them.
I will not say I'll read all of them. I will not say that.
Okay.
I might read them all, but I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to read them all.
Right. Fair. Okay.
This is ballsy though, to leave your. I mean, he's pretty much set at this point. He's Scott Snyder, but to take it and make 8 books, not just do one indie like Noctera or go do Witches, 8
Right.
at the same time.
With top tier talent too.
Yeah, that's like when Todd McFarlane relaunched Spawn.
Yeah.
That's also a ballsy move to be like,
Yes.
I'm relaunching Spawn, and there's 5 Spawn books.
Yes. Yeah, it's true. It's
those
true.
still coming out, by
With
the way?
talent, not the new ones haven't come out yet. We're still waiting on that one.
Because I don't think these have come out yet either. Scott Snyder's pushed
No.
on his own.
No, not yet. But soon. And
I will say I'm excited for this because I do like his indie work more than I like his Batman work, and I love his Batman work. So
Right? Yeah.
oh,
Oh.
I kicked the stand.
Oh.
The only
Well, they're
downside-
good. At least it's fixable.
Well, it's all cranked down. I just tapped it.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see it, and it's such a brilliant move. This is what you do. This is modern comics personified.
It
When
is.
you are a big name in the industry, your job is to blow up a character, build an audience, bring a quarter of that audience to the indie scene, make a property or 8, sell them all to Netflix,
Millerverse.
Hulu, Disney Plus, everybody. Yeah, you got to Mark Miller this up. And
I mean, it's the
that's
exact
what
reason why
Scott's doing.
Tynion is making like a dozen characters in Batman. He's hoping one of them sticks.
Well, the reality
he
is,
wants a second punchline. That's what he wants.
yeah, all he needs is, well, that's why, yeah, Tynion has created, I think, 8 or 9 original characters that have like a superhero name and a costume that could appear in any CW show and would pay his rent for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
One character. He has 8.
The Luna was asking which one. He has 8 of them coming out
Yeah.
under the Best Jacket Press line. So if
Yeah.
you're listening to this or watching this, I'll name them off again. But if you miss it a second time, Google Scott Snyder Best Jacket Press. Okay?
Yeah.
The titles are: we have Demons, Barnstormers, Dudley Dotson and the Forever Machine, Canary, Duck and Cover, Clear, Night of the Ghoul, and the Book of Evil.
Yep.
Now, I will say before, I've had friends in the industry that asked my opinion on various things. And one individual was Dinesh, the owner of Bad Idea, who pitched me the Bad Idea concept 5 years ago, and I straight up said, sounds terrible. I don't think it'll sell at all. And it's doing amazing, so I'm not accurate on a lot of my theories here.
Yeah.
I just think it's ballsy to go 8 in all at one time.
I think so too. And he's doing the it's digital exclusive, but the physical versions will be done through Dark Horse.
Okay.
And
Dark Horse needs something, man.
And that's the thing, right? Is that Dark Horse I'll bet that Scott quietly, privately put the publishing rights out to bid, and Boom, Image, IDW probably all put in their pitches, and Dark Horse is like, I will double whoever is your highest offer.
Dark Horse lost Star Wars, and they lost a bunch of other properties, so they need
Aliens, Predator, they lost everything. So it's like, now what the hell are they going to do? Now they're going to publish all of Snyder's books. And I believe he said it, but I don't know that for a fact, but I'll bet Amazon has right of first refusal for adaptation of every single one of them.
I think he's mentioned that to us, but you might be wrong. Mm-hmm. But all right, let's move on to the next topic here. I mean, I don't think we have much more to say, other than we're probably going to end up, I will guarantee at least 5, probably going to end up reading all of them.
Yeah, no doubt.
Netflix Sandman Season 1 details are released. The first season will be focused on the first 2 graphic novels, Preludes and Nocturnes, in the Doll's House. No official release date yet. That's cool.
Yeah, good.
I'm not the world's biggest Sandman fan. I read that first volume, and I was like, I don't see the hype, and I just dropped it. So,
I appreciate what it is.
That. I've always just kind of avoided Sandman topics.
Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate it. It's one of those things where I appreciate Sandman for what it is, but I honestly feel like Sandman's a property that's cemented in the 90s, and I think adapting Sandman is a bad idea.
Yeah. That's the issue with a lot of these like 90s things. They're like a great example of that is Lobo. Everyone loves Lobo, but he's a very 90s character. I mean,
exactly.
I love Lobo too, but now we have a 3-issue Superman versus Lobo book coming out.
Right? Yeah. I'm just waiting for my Concrete series from Dark Horse Comics. If we're going to bring back all the 90s properties, where's my Concrete? Where's my Strangers in Paradise? Terry Moore wants that show. Where's Strangers in Paradise, the show? Come on. Scud the Disposable Assassin animated series produced by Donald Glover. Call me. I got great ideas.
All right. All right, next up we've got, despite aiming for R rating, Black Adam's going to be a PG-13 to maximize the audience potential.
Duh.
I don't even need to read the rest of this, honestly, because it would never be an R.
No.
You have Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
The Rock?
As the villain, who's got his own movie, fine. But he is a villain in the Shazam universe, a series in which kids get together and power up. Yeah. Who thought this would be R?
I don't know.
Apparently somebody, because despite aiming for an R.
Yeah, right? Polygon thought it. Good for them.
So, I'm just going to move on to the next one because I didn't think anything of this.
No.
Dan wrote the rest of it, that The Dark Knight was PG-13, but you never felt like they were sacrificing the dark tone. That's true.
That's true.
But you don't go to superhero movies looking for the R. If it just happens to have it, it's just a little bit more fun, I think, in my opinion.
Right?
But,
it's just kind of like, it's intriguing. It's like, why? Yeah.
Well, I mean, Deadpool, I think Deadpool would have been fine as a PG-13 or an R.
Yeah. I will say, apparently, according to Dan, Dwayne The Rock Johnson wanted it to be R, and that's why people thought it was R.
Maybe.
I was like, yeah, right. Well, Jungle Cruise, I think not.
Oh, I got to watch that. I do. I want to see Jungle Cruise.
Sweet. Well, I'm sure Emily Blunt will appreciate it, because I think she's also suing Disney.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Exactly.
The late Chadwick Boseman voices T'Challa in 4 episodes of What If. Yep. Kevin Feige was the first to reveal that Boseman recorded multiple episodes of the series before his death from colon cancer last August, making this show his final performance as T'Challa of Wakanda. The first episode he will be in August 11th, episode 2, with What If T'Challa became Star-Lord of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Great idea.
Which I think is the only one where he headlines. I think he's just a cameo in the others.
Yeah, that's right. So. Cool.
And now what I think will probably be our biggest one.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson has sued Disney for breaching contract in regards to Black Widow. The next one, we already did that. We'll talk about that in a minute, but we already did that.
All right.
Stating that the contract promised a theatrical release only, and her payment was based off those box office numbers. However, Disney has decided to breach this contract and release the movie simultaneously on Premiere Access on Disney+, ultimately decreasing the money that Johnson made through the movie. A lot of back and forth has occurred since it was filed. Ultimately, the lawsuit may shape the future of movie payment contracts. So Disney's counter is that she made more money off of the residuals from Disney+.
Right.
To which Kevin Feige countered with, why did they come out and say anything? She's our highest grossing actress.
Yeah.
Why are you publicly arguing with her?
Right. Because that's Disney's MO. Disney's job is to fight any lawsuit with a countersuit and defamation campaign. I have no sympathy for Disney at all.
No, not at all. Now, we talked about this briefly on a different episode of our show here, Absolutely Marvel and DC, where you can go watch that at the channel on YouTube, Absolutely Marvel and DC. But I want to go much deeper into it here. So she's losing what she's claiming is to be like $20 or $30 million or something like that.
Right.
The problem I have with this is it's literally a woman who's worth millions.
Yes.
Arguing about more millions.
Right.
It's just silly, and it's on a level that us, the common man, cannot understand at all.
I mean, here's the thing. She's done being Black Widow.
Right.
So for her, this may be it. You know, like I'm not going to be in any more movies that make $1 billion. And Robert Downey Jr. got insane bank by being part of these kind of contracts for Avengers movies and appearances. So for her, as an entrepreneur, because it's not just Scarlett Johansson, it's also Scarlett Johansson TM and copyright. She's a brand. She's like, I want to get that percentage. Like, Scarlett Johansson's an actor. She probably wants to be in a bunch of stuff, like that movie where she yells at Adam Driver. And
well, I also think it's a part of it. I actually think it's kind of a petty thing, too. And I would totally do this. Think about it. You just mentioned something that made me think about this. Robert Downey Jr. got banked for his Avengers. So did Chris Evans. So did everyone.
Right.
Who didn't get a solo movie where she would have made bank when that was a thing?
Exactly. That's a completely valid point. Is that they drag their feet for arbitrary, dumb reasons to not make a Black Widow movie, and to the point where the Black Widow movie is literally set during a time when they should have made a Black Widow movie.
It was the best time. If you were going to do her origin, do that one. But
yeah. So yeah, I think that you're absolutely right. That you know what, I think I'm on her side when it comes to like, go for it. You know, get that money because Disney's made of it and they owe it to you. If you breach the contract, you pay the penalty.
Not only that, but I also feel like this, because we were discussing this, how Emily Blunt and John Krasinski are also suing on this matter.
Yes, that's right.
This is like a game changer in the industry. And if they don't, if the actors and actresses don't fight back for their $20 million bonus that they probably don't even give a shit about,
sure,
you're going to let Disney and Paramount and all these companies walk all over you. They're going to go, hey, we're just making streaming services now, so deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're a content farm. Go make something for us. And it's like, yeah. No, I hear you, and I'm on board. Like, go for it. You know what? I mean, do I think that it will open the door for a lot of nonsense? Yeah. Do I think that it will hopefully... I mean, the thing is, the film industry doesn't change without significant upheaval and ego. And so I feel like, you know what? Maybe we'll see something better out of this. Like maybe actors kicking in the doors at studios and being like, we're the reason people go see your movies.
Yeah. Well, I think this actually goes back to the argument that Matt Damon made about leading men and women being over.
Right.
Because I think that's what they're pushing here. Scarlett, you're Black Widow. We don't care. We literally made Yelena Belova the new one.
Exactly. We have a new Black Widow. We don't need you anymore. And it's like, I mean, that's a good point, but it's also only a good point for that specific thing. Like, superhero movies are big. They do make the most money right now.
Yeah.
But they're not the only thing out there. And they're not the only thing people watch, and they're not the only thing you do. You know, there are other options out there. And I feel like if you're trading in billions, you know, just honor the deal. You know, if you promised a certain
That's
amount.
why I don't understand the argument behind this whole thing at this point, because they're like,
right?
well, she's like, I think I've lost $20 million. Why isn't Disney just throwing the money at her and just calling it good?
Well,
she's worked with them for like 11 years.
Yeah, on that front, that should have been. Here's the thing: if you publicly do that, you are basically leaving yourself open to a torrent of frivolous lawsuits, or maybe even justifiable lawsuits, but you're painting a target on your back.
Yeah.
I'm sure that. Actually, I'm not sure, because here's the thing: it's all played for politics, right? Like, it's all a theater in its own way. You know, she publicly makes a statement, Disney makes a public statement, Kevin Feige makes a public statement. All of it's used to play against each other. We saw the same thing when Spider-Man was suddenly out of the MCU.
Yeah.
And it was just, they were all playing with each other and using us as the bargaining chips to try and, like, curry favor. I feel like this is also part of her tactic where she's like, if I had gone to Feige personally, you know, if I emailed him or talked to him and said, I kind of got screwed here.
Yeah.
It's been 11 years. I think just cut me a check. A, he would have cut her a check, but B, I don't think she believes, or she would believe, that was the case. So I could see her being like, there's no way that A, they'll take it personally because it's all business, and B, that they would just treat me like a human being. So I've got to play the game. I got to go out there and be like, I'm suing Disney. And Disney has to go like, we're being sued. How dare you?
Yeah.
You know, meanwhile,
you have made more money from Premiere.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like, lawyers are going to business tables and just hashing it out. All right. She's entitled to $20 million. What are we going to do that's going to make this go away? And just work it out. And meanwhile, Scarlett will get a memo from her lawyer that says, like, soften it up a little bit, or harden it up a little bit, play hardball, like really, really dig into them. Or Disney being like, walk back a couple of those comments, or push them forward, just to negotiate even further and use us as bargaining chips for it. I think that it's all theater, but the reality is she is actually entitled to money. Like, if it's money that is owed for box office, and the box office was impacted. I mean, the reality is it was impacted by the pandemic and the fact that Disney spent trillions to develop a competing streaming service. And so as such, they're trying to justify it and, leverage it during this period of the hopeful back end of the pandemic. So, Disney is the most wrong. Scarlett is the most right. But at the same time, you are right about the whole thing where we're talking about millionaires and billionaires here, and who gives a crap about any of them, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
At the end of the day, in all honesty, I don't care if she wins or if Disney wins. I don't care if Disney walks all over actors and actresses anymore, because you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not buddies with Scarlett Johansson. I'm not buddies with Chris Evans.
No.
And you know what? Maybe they're getting screwed by all of these pandemic deals.
Right.
They're also walking away with like $50 million. And
yeah.
Like, if someone were to go, Benny, here's $50 million, I would invest $49 million and live off $1 million. Like,
yeah. All I need is a couple. I think it's three. If I threw three into a high interest money market account, I just live comfortably for the rest of my life.
I was reading something. If you can get $500,000 into a high interest money market account, you get $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
And you could live off that. I mean, I'm not saying you'd be living like a king, but
hell, I do. Yeah.
You'd be going to what's the shop for the gas station for the Kevin Smith movie?
Oh, Quick Stop.
Quick Stop. You going to Quick Stop every day?
Right? No, that would be a long commute. But yeah. But here's the thing: I don't shop at Whole Foods, And if I did, and I was making a free $20,000, like, yeah, I'd stop shopping at Whole Foods. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
But yeah,
it's like when I first got out of the Army, and like my money was the part-time gig at GameStop and my Army VA money.
Exactly.
And I was like, all right, Natalie, so we're gonna have 3 nights of box pasta, and I'm gonna play video games all week. And
right.
Pretty much, and that's my life now.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But I mean, the funny thing is, for people like Scarlett Johansson, she's like, I mean, like, I'm an actor in my 30s and I'm a woman. I'm gonna have to either play a witch for the next 10 years. or I'm going to get paid now and get to pick and choose what I'm going to be in. Like, now Scarlett Johansson, like, if she's given, like, basically what she's doing, she's leveraging for a severance from Disney, because she's leaving the role. She's not guaranteed Avengers movies anymore. And the reality is she was probably entitled to friggin' back-end deals anyway, because she's been in all of them.
Yeah.
I
do think all of them. I think all of the movies.
Right, except for the space ones or spider ones. But yeah, like, she is, she's building up this nest egg, so I don't have to do the next Anne Hathaway Witches or, Jerks movie. And instead,
is that a movie, Witches or Jerks?
It's just, they're all that, right? Like
okay. The way you said that, I was like, wait, is that something?
It's like, I'm young and I'm just starting in Hollywood, and here's the woman who was just starting in Hollywood 10 years ago, and she's old and a witch because she's in her mid-30s. Whoa, like,
you're not wrong. It does always seem to go that way.
It's so stupid. But, like, this way she doesn't have to work. She can choose to be.
Well, I don't think she has to work already, Sal. I don't think she's like living paycheck to paycheck here.
Yeah, I no, it's true. But now she's guaranteed it. Yes, she, and I think I said earlier, she's the highest grossing actress of her generation. But number one, that doesn't translate to highest paid actor. But number two, how long is that going to last? They're not really giving her Lucy movies anymore. It's like,
there's already a Lucy replacement. I just saw it on Amazon Prime, Jolt.
Cool.
It's the concept of Lucy, but occasionally she just gets amped with power.
So it's like Crank meets Lucy.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I'm gonna
cool.
check it out tonight.
Who's Jolt?
I don't know. Dan, who's Jolt? Look it up.
Yeah. What actor plays Jolt? Is it a woman?
It's a woman. Yeah, no, it's a woman.
All right, cool.
That's why I said it's Lucy meets Crank.
Right. All right. Dope.
Maybe she uses G Fuel, our sponsor for today's episode.
Hey.
Use the code comics at checkout to get yourself some deals off on your G Fuel and become Jolt. Looks like Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, there you go. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Why?
Because Kate Beckinsale is in movies like Jolt.
This is true.
But see, here's the thing: is this Scarlett Johansson like, I'm not going Kate Beckinsale. My husband isn't a director who inexplicably gets movies and franchises.
Oh, what's that? What's the girl that played the one of Resident Evil? Mila Jovovich.
Mila Jovovich, yeah.
Every movie she's ever in is
Paul
her
W. S.
husband's the
Anderson.
director.
Yeah, Kate Beckinsale, same deal. It's Greg Wiesman, I think.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Underworld.
So what I'm hearing is I need to become a director and just hire my wife to play the female leads.
Bingo.
Okay, do you want to be my male lead in all my movies?
Hell yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
Get ready for some confused people in the audience. This guy can't be the star, right? Who's this dude? Why? And he's a blue werewolf meets vampire man now. I'm just thinking of Underworld. I've only seen the one. Anyway, more power to you, Johansson. Good for you. Keep it up. You're good. She's a good actor. I hope she gets it.
I
hope she gets her payday.
Dan's looking still. It's okay. I think we got it, Dan. It's Kate Beckinsale. You're good.
Yeah.
Thumbs up me. Okay, he's good.
Yeah. I'll be. Somebody mentioned I'll be like your Johnny Depp. Yes, I'll be the Johnny Depp to your Tim Burton.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
I've got a guy.
I got a guy. No. Oh, so Tim, we're making another movie. It's great. We got a list of actors. I got a guy and I got a girl. It's called The Girl I Married. Too.
and it's all gonna be in puppets.
Oh, for a change. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah.
You're a true artist.
All right, well, I think that's pretty much it. Venom did drop its trailer. We have a full discussion on it, which was like 25 minutes long.
Yes.
Over on Absolutely Marvel and DC. We did air it live right here on Twitch, so you can just go to the beginning of this video and just watch us discuss it. So nobody's missing out, guys.
No.
Unless you're listening on Spotify, in which I apologize.
Let there be carnage.
The overall impression was we enjoyed it, so
Yeah,
we thought it was cool.
looks dope.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a short episode today. I thought we'd talk about the Scarlett Johansson thing a lot
Well, then
longer.
it turned out actually it doesn't really matter. We're looking at rich people arguing with each other, and it's like,
Yeah.
it turns out I don't care about any of them.
Exactly. I'm not her friend. I'm not here like, man, Scarlett, you really got boned by Kevin Feige and Disney.
Right?
I think you should tweet something.
And here's the thing: if I love this show, but if I were Scarlett Johansson's friend, I wouldn't be on the show.
True. Yes.
I'd be busy. I'd be very busy. Scarlett, what are we gonna do today? Oh my God, Sal,
go away.
leave me alone. That's cool. Just hang out at your house. It doesn't matter. Whatever we're doing.
The fridge is stocked, right? Like Dr. Diet Coke, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. That'd be awesome. Are you kidding me? Now I want to be Scarlett Johansson's friend. She seems cool.
Oh, I don't think I could be her friend.
Right?
In all honesty. Think about this for a moment. It's just if I stretch this episode up, but think about this for a moment.
Yeah.
Could you be an actress's friend who you've seen naked in various movies?
Yeah. I'm friends with women I've dated, you know?
That's true. I mean, I guess in the long run, yeah.
So
Okay, could you be friends with women that you've visualized in inappropriate situations?
well, I mean, I've been in inappropriate situations with them. It's even worse.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
You know, but yeah, no, yeah, no. If it's you have an opportunity to be friends with Scarlett Johansson, but you have seen movies where she's naked in them, and you've enjoyed them.
That's a good way to word it.
Like, yeah, no, I'd definitely still be friends with you. You kidding me? I just wouldn't bring it up. It wouldn't be one of those things where it's like, you know, I've seen you totally naked.
So for the record, when you were in that movie where you were the alien and you were butt naked walking around, you got a mole on your left ass cheek.
Right. You should probably
I really
get that
zoomed
checked out.
in. It looked like it might be problematic.
Yeah.
I was doing it for your own health.
Right. She's like, yeah, everyone knows that. I don't know if you know this. I was in a movie where I was naked. Everyone saw that mole.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. But anyway.
All right, well, this has been a weird ending to Absolute Comics. My name is Benny. That is Sal. Check us out on our channel, Absolutely Marvel at DC, or thank you for listening on your favorite podcast listening device, or on the YouTube side, or here on Twitch. Don't forget, this show is funded by your Twitch subs, twitch.tv/comicstorian, and it's funded by you guys going over to G Fuel and using our code COMICS at checkout to get to support our sponsor and get it moving there. You guys are awesome. We appreciate all the hard work you guys do by showing up and watching this. If you didn't watch it, the show wouldn't exist, so thank you so much, and we'll see you at the next episode of Absolute Comics.